Guess who forgot to pull up the music app before we started the live stream? That's right, it's me. But that's okay. I can sing it to us and we will love it anyway. I am super excited. We have two amazing, wonderful duos ahead of us tonight for our entertainment. It is Tuesday. You got to get it in online while you can because you're going to have to wait until Sunday for more live. Or maybe you might want to go back and rewatch some of the other episodes. This team has been with us for many, many seasons, so you could also go back and check out their playlist too. Put your hands together. Coming to the stage, we have Tabula Rasa.
Woo! Over there is Taj,
And somewhere in the universe is Bela.
and that was Millie with the amazing singing. And we are Tabula Rasa, as
We
Millie
are
said.
Tabula Milli Rasa.
Tabula Millie Rasa. Are we? What was that group? Millie Vanilli? No.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get our obscure 90s references or 80s, I don't know. But we need but one word suggestion, Millie, if you can give us a word, please.
Sure. I've got the Highwire deck ready.
Cool.
Ooh. The first word that my eyes landed on was assassin.
Ooh. All right. Thank you. Assassin. I'm going to have to assassinate you.
I figured as much.
I wanted to, well, it's not fun for me if I assassinate people without letting them know. So,
Uh, I just have one favor to ask.
as long as that favor is not that I don't assassinate. Oh, and now I'm doing double negatives. You're getting me a little confused. I'm getting flustered. But okay, what is it?
Could you clean your gun first before you use it?
Of course, of course. You don't think that I'm a non-hygienic gun user, do you?
I'd like to watch you clean your gun and make sure everything's nice and tidy before you do the deed.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll go ahead and I will remove the single bullet because I'm so good. I only need one. And I'm going to go ahead and clean it like I normally do.
Oh,
All right, look at that.
that's the antithesis of cleaning. You just got your spit all over it.
Well, I mean, how else am I going to get all the gunpowder off?
Here's some Clorox.
All right. All right. Well, this is awkward. I mean, I only have two hands. Now I have a bullet in one hand, Clorox in the other. Okay.
At this point, some people might run away, but I'm actually going to wait for you to continue.
Okay. Now look, I am putting the Clorox, I'm wiping it through, and now I'm going to finish it off. All right. I hope you're grateful because I just swallowed some Clorox, lady.
Could you please swallow the bullet?
You don't want me to swallow the bullet? Then we'll be here all night. We'll have to wait for the bullet to pass through my system. And I am not going to put a bullet that passed through my system back in my mouth to clean it off for you, lady.
Well, then that's a good idea. Why don't you just swallow it?
Look, lady, I feel like you're being unreasonable here. I mean, I feel like I've done my part to be a reasonable assassin. You need to be a reasonable assassinee or whatever you would call it.
Who raised you?
Oh, apparently now we're getting to the insult section.
I just wanted to know who taught you to clean like that. I am demonstrably taller than you.
It's a quarter inch.
Yes. The whole time we were growing up, you would be this line and I would be just a little above, and then, It's always been me on top, always.
Look, I don't feel like you being a quarter inch taller than me means that you should be the one in the will that gets everything. It feels very unfair.
We are the Tall family. Our last name is Tall. And the person who is the tallest and the eldest and the smartest and the handsomest should really get all the money and the things, the ranch, the condo, the hotels, the yacht.
Look, you don't need to list everything. You're just making this more painful for me. You've already got the name of tallest. I've got the name of less tall than tallest. My life is sucked for all my life because of that name.
Lester, Les, come on. I want you to just be able to accept who you are. You are less tall.
Yes, I know that I'm less tall. It's in my name. Wasn't there something, at least out of the kindness of your heart, that you could give me? I mean, I'm your sibling. Please, something so that I don't just have to go to I don't know, some place where they give out stuff to people who have nothing.
Hmm. Well, now that everything's been signed, sealed, and delivered, Mom and Dad have left me everything and passed, and I have the stamp of approval. See these lifts in my shoes?
Hmm. Um, I'm just gonna say that I really enjoyed the toilet paper gift.
Oh, and I wrapped it in, guess what?
TP!
Even with a TP bow.
I was so confused when I unwrapped the toilet paper and I was like, "Whoa, is this just more wrapping?" And it was more toilet paper. I was so confused. Do you remember what my face was like?
Oh, I forgot to include the actual cardboard roll for you to put it all back onto. I'm sorry.
Uh, it's okay. It's okay. It's the thought that counts. The incredible three-ply thought. You really you overdid it this year. You went so far. I just much love for you. Much love.
Well, I know that you're all about conservation and you hate Christmas because of all the waste, wrapping
Mm,
paper and the poor trees and toys that get thrown away 30 seconds later. And I figured this is something you could really use. And now
mm,
don't forget this, and
mm.
that toilet paper is recycled.
No, even better. It even more fully conforms to my values of being good for the environment that I can be using toilet paper that's been used by other people before me. Oh, thank you. Joy, joy, joy.
Ah, that'll be for next year. This is just recycled toilet paper, but you're right. Next year I'll do the full-on thing and give you used toilet paper.
Now, whatever you do, don't get me one of those newfangled devices that just shoots water up into your backside.
You mean a Monet?
Oh, is it a Monet? Isn't that a painting?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a bidet,
A
actually.
bidet. But I was saying don't do that because I want to save the planet, and you know how we're running out of good, clean water.
Well, you are turning 40 next year, so I could get it for you for your bidet.
At a certain point, I think I might need to hire an assassin.
Defamation of character, that's what that is.
Just because I am pointing out that you wear glasses doesn't mean I'm defaming your character.
The stereotype associated with glasses, as you well know, is the boring librarian type who sits home on a Saturday night and washes her hair.
You've just described yourself.
Yes, but to let people know about those secrets, to actually post it on every lamppost and brick wall in the whole town just by your finger going like this and my name below. It's cruel.
I'm, well, you shouldn't have broken up with me then. I I thought that you were the one. I thought that you were the one. And now I'm sadly trying to get revenge by letting everyone know just exactly what you are, which is basically exactly what you are. I'm not inventing anything. You're a librarian who does librarian stuff even at home.
Yes, I do like to alphabetize the spices and the felines. But you know, I think it's really ungentlemanly of you to be sharing our secrets, my secrets as well as your own.
The fact that a librarian reads books deep into the night is hardly a secret.
But I saw what you put on that other wall. The secrets of our lovemaking.
The secrets of our love making were that we both loved Jane Austen and we read it simultaneously while blowing kisses at each other. It's as much something against me as it is against you. I put that in there for merely color so that if someone else, another woman, saw it, she would think, this man is not just about revenge, which of course I am, but also has a soul of a Jane Austen lover.
If you had only put that one up and not all the others, I would have taken you back.
Oh. I never realized that was an option. Ah,
Are
ah.
you willing? Are you willing right now to go and cover up all those horrible things you sprayed about me?
I spent a lot of money on spray paint, but it was all because I was so hurt. Yes, I would take it all down. I would take it all down. I would take down all the graffiti that I wrote about you, even on the trains that are currently traveling across the nation with your picture spray painted upon it.
Well, if you do that, if you get every single train and every single wall, this Saturday night we can wash our hair together and sit in curlers and talk.
Oh, well, it might take a while, but I hope I'll be back by Saturday or maybe a year from Saturday. I'll get right on it.
The fact is, your mouth is a horizontal line when it should be a half circle. Up or down, either one, just choose an emotion.
As an artificial intelligence unit, I value your feedback, human.
What? That's not a half circle, that is a circle. I'm talking
Ugh.
about a smile or a frown. Is that in your vocabulary, AI?
Yes, that is in my vocabulary. Here is a half circle.
Hmm. Well, sort of. What if you moved the corners of your oral orifice upward, while the middle and the both lips went downward? Can you do that? So the corners up, and the middle. Oh, relax, relax, shake it out. All right, now. Maybe we should start with a frown. You do seem a little sad sometimes. But what is your emotion under there? Is that how you're actually feeling? Kind of,
I'm feeling battery low. Low. Mm.
oh no. Well, we'll have to continue next time then. Hmm.
Mademoiselle, Mademoiselle, you have returned.
Yes, and I have been in the land of no necks.
Mademoiselle, when we sent you on the journey, on the quest, we didn't know if you would return through the land of the no necks, but clearly you have. What have you brought back? What have you learned?
That it is very hard to turn your head when you have no neck.
Oh, oh, you know that I did lose my loved one in the land of no necks. Did you see her? Did you see Griselda of the giraffe people?
Well, you see, when I first arrived, they took my neck from me and put my head back upon my body, and ever since then I cannot really look around for your Griselda very much because I cannot turn my head.
Oh, oh, then perchance Griselda is lost forever. Did you see anything that could help me and in my quest myself to eventually find love again with Griselda?
I saw some hooves of the giraffe people in the grass,
Oh, oh,
and one
hope.
of them was wearing a an anklet bracelet that had the letter G, possibly for Griselda on it.
Oh, oh, that was her letter. G for Gazilda. Did you know that?
Well, I was wondering if it could also be just for giraffe.
No, you're right. It could just be for any number of other giraffe. Mademoiselle, you have given a man hope, and thus I give you a coupon for an orthopedic surgeon.
Oh, thank you.
Eh, farewell and be well.
And you too. I would nod, but
I wouldn't expect it. It would be quite uncomfortable and awkward for both of us.
yes,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yes, goodbye. Hmm.
After that, I need a chiropractor.
I'm sorry, but I can't approve it. The insurance is not going to cover it.
But it was a car accident and my neck was involved.
And unfortunately, your policy has specifically exclusions for car accidents because we look at car accidents as the fault of either the driver or another car driver. And that puts it in the class of car drivers who we basically don't wish to cover anymore.
It's car insurance.
Yes, we only cover bunny rabbits that accidentally get whacked in the road now. We've really narrowed our coverage down quite far.
Hmm. Is that why you increased the cost of the policy?
Mm. Yes, we found that bunnies are actually quite expensive when you take them to veterinarians to completely heal. Sometimes they actually don't completely heal before their natural lifespan ends.
Hmm. I see your conundrum. Well, would you just give me a neck massage?
Of course, I'm an insurance agent with a heart. And so this will make a great commercial. Get the TV cameras in here, please, while I show an act of kindness to an actual human being and not like a bunny rabbit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, oh, my
Yeah,
carpal tunnel's kicking in. Carpal tunnel's kicking in. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Feel good?
you've made it worse.
Yeah, there's no guarantees in life, lady. There's no guarantees in life. That's our slogan for no guarantees in life insurance.
You'll be hearing from my solicitor.
Yeah, as long as it's not your lawyer. I put on the wall there, I said solicitations welcome. Solicitations welcome. So whatever you're selling, whatever you're anything at all. I am lonely. I am desperate to hear it. I have no life. I have extra money. I am a registered voter for this area. I can actually vote in this area. I am ready and willing to go wherever you want to go. So
All
so
right.
so through the screen door, for my protection though, for through the screen door, go ahead and make your pitch, and I'm
I am
receptive.
selling Today I'm selling dehydrated water. It's very important to have extra water in case of emergencies, and this doesn't take up much room at all because it's dehydrated.
Question.
Yes,
How much can I buy?
you could buy everything I have in stock. I have a whole truck out here full of it.
Wait, you just pointed to the air behind you. Are you saying that the dehydrated water is just in such great quantities behind you that it essentially just looks like air?
No, it's in the truck that's parked out there on the
Oh,
street.
oh, sorry, I missed the truck. I completely missed the truck. You're such a large presence that it completely blotted out the truck.
Yes, well, it's a small truck.
Do you drink a lot of the dehydrated water yourself? Do you recommend the product personally?
Well, it's only for emergencies. You really would want to save it because then you have it in case there's an earthquake or a fire or a flood or a tornado or, tax day, anything like that.
So you're saying it's incredibly useful in all those situations?
Yes.
Wow, even tax day?
Yes, of
Oh,
course, because you don't want to have to get up and pour yourself a glass of water when you're in the middle of taxes.
I remember the last time I did taxes. I was so parched. I was so incredibly parched.
Yes, you could even have the dehydrated water without adding water, and then you'll be plenty hungry for dinner.
Look, I'm going to give you some feedback, and that is when somebody says, how much can they buy? You just tell them how much they can buy and ask for an immediate check. Here is a credit card. Here is my checkbook. Here is my wallet. And you might think I'm an octopus with multiple arms, but no, I'm just that enthusiastic to give you stuff.
Oh, that's good.
That's a real coin. That's a real
Yeah.
coin.
Okay. All right, boys, bring it all in.
Oh, wow. Wow. Dehydrated water. And you know what? Your wave, that shows the wave of an expert right there.
Yes, exactly.
Did you understand the instructions?
My understanding was that I was supposed to eat the instruction booklet, and that once I totally absorbed the instructions, that then it would come to me clear as a bell what to do next.
Yes, yes. Then you are doing quite right. For the real essence of the instructions comes through osmosis.
Osmosis, yes,
Osmosis.
my favorite word, other than instructions.
Yeah, the instructions is a beautiful word.
Yes, yes, there are lots of beautiful words in that little booklet. In fact, it wasn't so little. It was 1013 pages that I had for dinner, and sadly, I still don't know how to put this thing together.
Oh, it will come. It will come as the words filter through your digestive system. The words will eventually make their way through osmosis into your cells.
Oh, is that how it
Ye-
works?
Yes, that is how it works.
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm just so enthusiastic that it's just so enjoyable to see a newbie learning the ways of the world.
You're a very strange man.
And that's when I had to leave her because she was a little too weird, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. I mean, that's why I'm going to eventually leave you.
I appreciate the foreknowledge. I really do. We've both been in a lot of relationships. We know it's going to end eventually. Why not just be honest right at the very beginning, you know?
Yeah, like speaking of which, I might have lowered the number of relationships I've had by just a teensy little bit.
Lowered, as in you're saying you had less than you told me or more?
Quite a bit more. I mean, I told you I had had four
Four,
relationships. It was
four.
actually more like 84,106.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand everybody lies. Everybody lies about their body counts. And if your body count's high, hey, I'd rather be dealing with an experienced veteran of the dating scene than some newbie, some weird newbie who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that point of view. That's great because, a lot of people think that I'm loose or easy or, that I'm hallucinating or, one of those things. And I much prefer your positive attitude. Maybe I won't eventually leave.
I always like a woman who's accused of hallucinating. Those are the women that I tend to get on best with because, I mean, a woman who might be hallucinating, I mean, she could be the most imaginative person you could ever meet.
And I love those little fairies that dance around your head. I
Do
love them.
you? Do you like my fairies? Do you like the fairies dancing around my head?
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one who could see those.
Would you mind if I just nibbled on one of them? Just eat a little bit of one, a leg maybe?
Sure, sure. I got lots of them. I store a lot of them in my garage. The fairies are always screaming in my garage, "Let me out, let me out." But so yeah, no, was it good?
It was a little chewy.
I'm just gonna say this, the last woman I dated, she didn't want to eat my fairies. You know what she wanted to eat? She wanted to eat a book of words and learn it through osmosis.
Ah, I don't see the point of that.
Complete weirdo.
Yeah, really.
Ugh, ugh.
Okay, let's do it. The trial begins once they bring you out and put you in that defendant's box. You got it?
All right. Look, I am ready to apologize for my long career of assassination. That last woman, when I ate the bullet and took 8 hours to come out my system, and then I shot her with it. I felt really guilty about that later. It was a very unhygienic kill.
Yeah, if you had actually used the Clorox and not licked the bullet and then brought it through your entire digestive system or your intestine digestive sorry, then, we would have had more leniency, but you are kind of filthy as well as, the killing.
Look, do you think there's any chance that the jury will show some mercy towards me?
As long as you can resist the urge to lick the gavel.
I I probably shouldn't have licked jury member 8, should I?
Even during the whole choosing the jury, I think you lost him there.
I mean, what is the world coming to when you can't do a friendly lick?
Well, it just reminds them of all your crimes, You're just a very orally oriented assassin. And how are people supposed to forget about all that when you keep licking them and stuff?
That's the first line on my resume. I'm an orally obsessed assassin.
Yeah, maybe not plastering the resume all over town. That would have helped too.
That wasn't me. That was an ex-girlfriend who wanted revenge. She wanted revenge. She also put stuff on trains.
All right. Well, maybe if you could break out of prison, get all those things off of all the walls and the trains, then maybe you've got a shot before tomorrow morning.
Look, I'm just going to come out and say this because I don't necessarily have much time left. You're giving me a lot of advice, and I think it's because you love me.
I'm your solicitor, your lawyer.
No, no, yeah, of course you're my solicitor, my lawyer, and I know that those are one and the same thing, but you seem nicer than that. Most lawyers are terrible, but you keep giving me helpful advice. I'm sure that you love me.
Okay, you got me.
Oh, I promise not to kill you, even if I get out and get free.
And that's our
That's our
show.
show.
I love the button of I promise not to kill you.
Mhm.
Give it up for Tabula Rasa. Uh, I'm super excited because the next time we see you, you're going to be an international duo, correct?
Woo!
That is true.
All right. Well, congratulations. I wish you well for the rest of your packing up and a successful moving.
Thanks, Millie. Thanks,
Thank you,
Highwire.
Millie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's a lot. It's a lot to move. I mean, it's a big deal for me to get up off the couch. We're gonna keep the fun going. We have another amazing duo for you. Kind of the same thing where they used to be in the same space, in the same state, and then they're not, but they can still perform together through the magic of technology. Put your hands together for a longtime duo that's very nice, that's very wonderful. Some might even say that they are charmers duo.
Hello, that's
Do do
it.
do 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 do. Sorry.
That's Michael.
We're Charmers Duo.
Woo!
So, Millie, to get us started, can you give us a word or short phrase for inspiration? Anything at all?
Sure. My brain is completely blank, so I'm going to use the Highwire deck.
Oh,
Your phrase or your word is handmade,
handmade.
hostile handmade.
So handmade. When I was in maybe second grade, that's when my mom taught me how to sew by hand, so with a needle, just basic stitching, and then also using a machine. And then when I was in seventh grade in home ec, as a class, we learned how to sew, and I already knew some basics. But what I remember was everybody had to make one stuffed animal, and there's this catalog where you could buy a kit, and all the fabric and fluffy stuff, all the felt and all the fuzz already had the pattern on the back, and you cut it out and you assemble it in this order. And I remember my twin brother and I had so much fun. We made our stuffed animals for class and then ordered more and made a bunch more stuffed animals. So when I was in seventh grade, I had a lot of not home designed, but homemade stuffed animals that I think mostly hand sewed. I don't remember if I used a machine for those because the fluffy stuff would have been really tricky for a machine. But it was really fun, and that was the last time I sewed until I got into cosplay in my mid-20s, which I no longer do, but those skills came in handy yet again.
Can you get my zipper?
Yeah, sure. One sec. Slow down. I mean, okay.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I think yeah, I can breathe. I think that's like half the reason to have a roommate is to help with things you can't reach.
It's like the what's it? The tall person's credo at the grocery store.
Oh, I feel bad for tall people sometimes.
Really?
I mean, only because people ask them to grab things, not for other reasons.
You know, I always felt like stuff at the top shelf at the grocery store you're not meant to grab. Like that's the overflow. But sometimes it's the really big boxes, and yeah, they're open, but it's the big box. Or maybe they are for tall people.
I mean, I think it's just because it's more shelving space.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You go to a hardware store. Have you ever been at a hardware store and you ask them for something and they get the forklift?
No.
Oh, that's fun. I once bought a mini fridge, and low down they had all the fridges outside the boxes so you could look at them. And I said, okay, I want this one. And they said, all right, 1 second. They come back in the forklift. They set up cones. Beep, beep, beep. They go up to the top. They grab
Wow.
the fridge.
Well, I always like went to a local small hardware store near where I lived. There would not be room in the aisles for a forklift.
Well, that's fun too. The little mom and pop. People still.
You know, and the thing is, when I went to college, I did have a mini fridge, when I went to college, I did have a mini fridge, but it was my mom's soon-to-be husband's like mini fridge that he had for a long time.
Nice.
I mean, it worked, and I didn't have to pay for it.
I wanted this one because it had a separate freezer, like an actual separate door with an actual not that weird shelf at the top, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't have a freezer at all, but that's okay. Because, I mean, fridge in your room is basically for like drinks.
mine was also for college. But I love a frozen Eggo. Like I don't toast it. You just take a blueberry Eggo right out of the package and just. Oh.
Why don't you buy them anymore?
What's that?
Why don't you buy them anymore? I've never seen them in our freezer.
You know, I just thought I felt like Eggos were a younger person food, but when I say that out loud, it seems ridiculous.
Okay, part of being an adult
Is eating anything you want?
Part of being an adult is making our own decisions, including things that we didn't necessarily get as a kid.
I had tons of Eggos as a kid too.
Okay, at age 28, I decided to, for the first time, buy a package of bendy straws.
Wait, like the plastics ones with the little accordion section and.
Yes, just because they're fun. And then it like blew my mind. Like now you see that I use the reusable straws because I'm all like care about the environment. But it was like, oh my gosh, bendy straws are super fun, and I can spend like $2 and get 100 of them or 50 or whatever.
Yeah, you can buy bendy straws as an adult. I wanted to ask you though.
Yeah.
I'm not just your roommate because I compliment things you don't like. I'm taller than you are. I'm kind of handy.
I'm good at decorating, and I can cook slightly better than you.
This is all stuff that came up when you were looking for a roommate.
Yeah, but we get along, and also you like the neighborhood.
Yeah, but I'm just curious. What was first? Was we got along, or like I could do things you needed help with?
Honestly, it was you could pay the rent, and you weren't creepy.
Okay, the third option.
The friendship happened after we became roommates. It was like put, an ad on like Facebook, like Bay Area roommates wanted, and you were not creepy and like the neighborhood and could pay the rent. But you weren't the first person I talked to. You were like the fourth or fifth person I talked to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I once had a roommate where I'm pretty sure we overlapped like 14 months. I think we literally never made eye contact. Like we coordinated through email.
How many people were in that apartment?
It was just the two of us. We had a living room and two little bedrooms, and a bathroom between the bedrooms. Well, and a kitchen. So like I'd come home, and they'd be watching TV, and they'd say hi, but they'd never turn to the door.
Wow. My roommate, my senior year in college, she was super passive aggressive. We had a dry erase board on the bathroom because it was like, 2 bedrooms and the bathroom was between it. And then there's living room and kitchen. But yeah, we basically wrote notes on the dry erase board, and hers were so passive aggressive.
Wow.
Because we didn't really like to talk very much. And then like her ex-boyfriend, they had been together for a long time, and then they broke up, but then they were still best friends, and he was over a lot.
Wait, after they broke up?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, nothing wrong with that, but the dynamic changes.
It does. But I also understand. Like, I kind of get it. Like, someone is very important to you and has been your person for a long time.
I guess it depends how or why they broke up.
Honestly, the only people I know who stay friends with their exes are queer people.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never thought about it.
Yeah, I am.
You know, you're making me think though. Like when I think about romantic relationships, I mean, what's the saying? Opposites attract. Totally not true, but not complete. Well, like you need some things in common, but you can't be the same person already.
Oh, some people are, though. It's so scary. But you know what? As adults, we get to make those choices. So even if you're in a relationship with someone who likes capoeira, just as an example, I got to make the choice to do roller derby.
Roller derby is so fun to watch.
And you know what, though? I always rollerbladed, like all through junior high and high school and college. I loved rollerblading. Putting on quads for derby, I felt like a 2-year-old, like
Wait,
learning to walk.
is roller derby always the quads?
Yes. Yes.
I never. Yeah, every time I've seen it.
Completely different. So, like, you wouldn't think it, but so different. Yeah, it took a while.
I first got rollerblades, the inline skates, when I was 13, and I immediately learned, oh, now you can actually lean. It's not this thing where you're planted and your ankles are twisted. It's like, no, now I'm leaning. Now I'm on one foot.
My parents got my sister and I rollerblades when she was 10, I was 8, for Christmas, which means we couldn't skate outside because snow or freezing cold or whatever, because Chicago. So we learned to skate in our unfinished basement. Basically, just skating around in the back of our unfinished basement.
I did that too. I used to have an unfinished basement. So it was concrete with a wood stove in the middle and nothing well, Christmas decorations and
yeah. But it was, and you know what? Since I stopped doing roller derby, I've stopped skating. I could choose to do that again.
We could. I'm gonna choose to have a soda, even though it's the evening.
I mean, you can have some of my caffeine-free Diet Coke if you want.
Nah, I want the caffeine.
Oh, okay, cool.
My choice. Do you want one?
Yes.
Calf? So that's the other side of it. You have the autonomy, but now that means you might make the wrong choice.
Means you also have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, and like 7:30 p.m. me says, "Oh, this is fine." 1 a.m. and still awake me will say, "Okay, this was a mistake."
I'll be responsible in this choice, and I'll have one of mine.
Okay.
The caffeine free, yeah. I used to think like, thank you. I used to think like, why would anyone drink caffeine free Diet Coke? Because you can no longer have caffeine and you're addicted to Diet Coke. It's really that simple.
It took me like 20 years, but I genuinely like the taste.
Mm. And now everywhere has Coke Zero, and it's very sad.
Wait, why is that sad?
Because it doesn't taste the same as Diet Coke.
Oh.
Coke Zero tastes like Coke. Coke Zero is for people who like Coke and don't want the calories. Diet Coke is for people who are addicted to Diet Coke.
Huh.
Yeah. But I don't drink it as often anymore, which means every time I do, I really appreciate it.
Well, I like buying the cans because just a little at a time. Like you buy a 2-liter, I'm not going to go through a 2-liter before it's flat.
I mean, I would, and that's the dangerous thing.
Oh. See, on the flip side, I wouldn't. And even though it was way cheaper, I feel like I just wasted a bunch.
Also, plastic doesn't actually get recycled, but aluminum cans do.
That's sobering. Do you remember 3-liter soda bottles?
Yes.
And they had the bigger neck.
Yeah.
Those are fun. When I was really small, I don't remember which soda it was, but my family, we bought a bottle. And when we finished it, I wanted the bottle. So my parents washed the bottle and gave it to me. And it was just this 3-liter bottle as a toy.
As a toy.
Yeah, there's a novelty to it.
Be way too big to shoot off bottle rockets from.
I was not out of bottle rockets. Were you firing bottle rockets?
The first time I like played with bottle rockets was in college. At my college job.
Like during your shift?
Yeah. So I went to college in Michigan, and my parents are in Chicago. And so driving back and forth, I'd go through Indiana. Well, Indiana, it's legal to sell fireworks. So I'd go through, and one of my coworkers would give me money so that I could go and buy fireworks for him. Yeah. So it became a thing that like we would be working. And what I found is the most fun with bottle rockets and less dangerous mostly is you put the bottle on the ground and it's lying flat and you lay it and it zooms across, the bottle rocket just zooms across the parking lot. Like
we did an party when I was 7 in Missouri. Friends would have bottle rockets. And so I was right there and everything was grass. So if you had it on the ground, you'd come out of the bottle and immediately hit the grass. It wouldn't start to fire anything, but I bet it'd get caught or flip over or.
Yeah, we did it so it was just like laying flat and would zoom across. We could choose to do that.
I feel a burp coming. 1 second. Nope.
Do you want to buy bottle rockets?
Now I do just because I can.
Exactly. We get to make that choice.
Like so many of my friends in high school, that literally the day they turned 16, they'd go to a corner gas station and buy cigarettes.
It was legal at 16?
Yeah. In
What
Arizona.
state was that? Oh, Arizona?
None of them smoked. As far as I know, none of them are smokers even now. But
okay.
I'm not going to call it a rite of passage. I'm going to call it a celebration of.
Okay. See my cartilage piercing? I got that a month after I turned 18. This is, I never wear jewelry. This is the only thing I ever have of jewelry. A month after I turned 18, I'm like, am I doing this because I want to, or am I doing this because I can? Doesn't matter. And for the first 22 years, I had the same barbell as that I got pierced with. That barbell until finally I've like changed it and started getting some fun ones.
There's quite a few of my, well, I was about to say adult friends. Most of my friends are in fact adults. It's quite a few of my friends. I met them when we were children.
Okay.
Had pierced ears for 20 years and then just stopped. I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't use earrings. Even already by then, I hadn't used earrings, but this the only thing, and it was very much I get to make this decision because I'm an adult.
And I think it's stuff like that makes me scared to get a tattoo. Because that feels like a decision that has a bigger weight. Longer term impact. Like it doesn't affect you physically past the first few days.
But it's always there.
Yeah, you don't exactly get rid of it. Like pierced ears, you could take that barbell out now if you wanted to. Like literally right now.
When I was 18, actually it was probably the summer I turned 19, I really thought about getting a tattoo, and I had picked out a design and everything, and then I just never did it. And then later on I decided I wanted, a charm bracelet. around my ankle so that I could add charms about different things that are important in different time periods in my life.
Charm bracelet.
I mean, yeah, you've seen it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get that until my ex got it for me for my 30th birthday, even though I'd been talking about it for years.
Wait.
I never made the leap. So she paid.
Going back to your story about your friends, were you exes at the time?
No, we were together.
Okay.
For my 30th birthday, she's like, you've been talking about getting a tattoo, this charm bracelet forever. I'm booking you with my tattoo artist and I'm paying for it. Yeah. And 2 years later, she gave me, because there were 2 more charms I wanted to add. She was the one that like gifted me an hour with her tattoo artist. But between when she made the appointment and when the appointment was, we broke up. So she still paid, but she wouldn't go with me to hold my hand.
And then, does she know what you got?
Yeah, we were still roommates.
Okay.
It's part of the whole thing that it's like a lot of queer people stay friends with their exes, and there was rent control involved. We had separate bedrooms and separate bathrooms.
Okay.
That's a huge thing. And rent control, and we
No, I get it.
got along good enough.
I mean, like going back to that, my college roommate, the one where we didn't make eye contact, like we did get along, but there was no depth to that relationship. None. Like there never was. And in your case, it's like there was, and
not a.
I don't know if I'm gonna say. I don't know if it. I mean, it's up to you to decide. Like, would you say it like reeled back or it changed? Kind of a shame she wasn't there to hold your hand.
I brought my best friend. She was like, seriously. Yeah, she was like, seriously, when I asked if she'd hold my hand, she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, her.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but my best friend came.
Some of my toughest seeming friends say that tattoos hurt.
You know what?
Anywhere on the body.
So my best friend who came with me, their spouse has fallen asleep while getting a tattoo.
That's a flex.
They have a lot of tattoos. And I went one time because it was like after hours, their friend who was a tattoo artist. I was just like, oh, Char's getting a tattoo. So we went over and hung out waiting, and Char fell asleep on the table.
Was this a tattoo on the back or?
It was like on their like the side of their thigh.
Okay. I've only been into like the tattoo room once in my life. I've been to parlors with friends, but not into the rooms.
Yeah.
And maybe my memory's wrong, but the chair kind of looks like a dentist chair. Like it's padded and it can recline and there's armrests and leg.
There are ones like that, but when I got the one on my ankle, that was more like like at a medical, like at a doctor's office. You know, where they can sit it up or lay it back, but not like the arms.
Like the bed or.
Yeah, because that was, on my ankle.
I never thought about how cool of equipment that tattoo parlors have.
Do you want to make? You are an adult. You could get a tattoo now if you wanted.
Again, it's such a long-term thing. As an adult, I could also just go down there and say, hey, can you give me a tour?
Good. I mean, the reason I got a charm bracelet is because that way the charms are representing things that have been important in my life. So even if something is no longer important, it's representing that time, as opposed to like telling the world, this is who I am. It's like, this is part of my past.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, people say you are everything that happened to you up till now.
Yes.
So your tattoo can be not necessarily something I don't have the vocabulary for this. A tattoo can be something that's not necessarily something you do or is important to you now, but it was. So
So
the fact
that's
that
why
it was important in a way means it still is part of you.
so that's why there's a cross. Like if I just had a big old cross on my arm, people would assume things about me. But that's saying in like high school and college, that was a big part of my life.
Now that's cool. Like that's changing my thought about tattoos.
Yeah. So it's not
We're
like
acknowledging
telling the
this.
world, Jesus freak. It's the at one point I was.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 7:45.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get one tonight. But
Okay.
what if we go down to Midway Tattoo Parlor and I flip through the book? Just for fun, and maybe ask them for a tour.
Let's do it. You know why? Because we
can.
get to choose to do that. We can.
And I'm gonna have one more soda on the way.
Okay, sounds good. And that's our show.
That's our show. Oh, that's a ceiling fan. Thank you, Millie. Thank you, Highwire.
All people problems. Woo! Thank you so much. That was a delightful duo. I love the way that you mix improv and I'm assuming some playing close to self in your scenes.
Yes.
And I always feel like I get to know you a little bit better each time.
A lot of what my character said was true. Some of it was fiction.
It's like a lot is true, and then some is like was true for someone else, and I pull in the information.
There you
That's
go.
how you know details.
Yeah. Not stealing your charm bracelet idea, but stealing it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And putting you down.
Oh, we're getting a tour. Buckle up, everybody.
All
Wait,
right.
can you see? Did
No,
it freeze?
Yeah,
it
you
did freeze.
We
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Oh,
There
it
we
is.
go. Oh,
Ooh, oh,
look at
focus.
that.
Oh, there's the cross.
Yeah.
Oh, the theater masks.
And there is also a rollerblade. It got fuzzy. A roller skate from when I did derby.
Quads.
Yes. Okay.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I was super into charm bracelets myself. I still have them. Turns out as I've gotten older, I don't like sensory things. So I look at them, but I don't wear them. I don't like to jingle. So like that's double reason why I'm interested in kind of thinking about that idea.
Yeah.
Tattoo doesn't
All right.
jingle.
It does not.
We can all get matching tattoos. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for
Thanks,
tuning
Highwire.
in. We'll see you on Sunday online. If you are in the Baltimore area, we will see you in person. Excuse me, tomorrow at our short form jam, hosted by yours truly. See you at 7 p.m. at the center. Bye.